Hello everyone.
Hi, so
We'll be starting in a few minutes. All right, let's start a session. All right, the first question is on your screen. I'm giving you 2 minutes to solve the question. Let me know if there's any problem in understanding it. क्वेश्चन समझ में आया क्या?
हाँ
All right.
so is it C?
No. See, I'll give you some hints. देखो इसको एक सिंपल डायग्राम से अपन समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. अ कार स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम रेस्ट. मान लो यहाँ से कार स्टार्ट हो रही है फ्रॉम रेस्ट. दैट मीन्स u is 0, is accelerated at constant rate until it attains a constant speed v. So suppose यहाँ तक वो चली, यहाँ पे उसकी वेलोसिटी हो गई v, मान लो a1 एक्सेलरेशन से t1 टाइम तक चली एंड s1 डिस्टेंस इसने कवर किया. Then it is then retarded at a constant rate until it comes to rest. And for half of the time of total journey, कार मूव करी थी कांस्टेंट स्पीड पे. राइट, सो पहले ये कांस्टेंट स्पीड तक मूव करी. सपोज t2 टाइम तक s2 डिस्टेंस कवर करते हुए, एंड देन इट रिटार्डेड एंड इट केम टू रेस्ट. सो मान लो v final equals to 0. Alright, for some t3 time with some a2 acceleration and covering s3 distance. So what do we have to find? We have to find the average speed. Average speed can be written as total distance upon total time. अब इसने साथ में बोला है कि हाफ ऑफ द टाइम के लिए ये मूव किया था कांस्टेंट स्पीड से, कांस्टेंट स्पीड फॉर हाफ ऑफ द टाइम. दैट मीन्स मान लो कि टोटल टाइम अगर t है इसका, तो t2 को मैं लिख सकता हूँ t/2 एंड t1 प्लस t3 हो जाएगा t/2.
हम्म,
तो इसको भी मैं लिख सकता हूँ t. अब s1 कैसे निकालेंगे? s1 हो जाएगा ut प्लस हाफ at स्क्वायर. यूज कर सकते हैं इसमें. u is
हाँ
0, so it will be half a1 t1 square. अब v is equals to u plus at से भी हम v निकाल सकते हैं. v equals to a1t a1 t1 and so a1 equals to v by t1. क्योंकि हमारे पास a1 क्वेश्चन में गिवन नहीं है, इसलिए हम a1 भी हटा देंगे इसमें. ये इसमें सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दो तो s1 आ जाएगा half v by t1 into t1 square, that is half v t1. alright, ऐसे ही सेम सिचुएशन s3 में भी हो रही है, तो s3 भी हम लिख देंगे half v t3.
बहुत रिटार्डेशन हो रहा है ना.
हाँ, रिटार्डेशन हो रहा है. सो देखो, उसको तुम निकालोगे वो साइन एडजस्ट हो जाएगा.
अच्छा ठीक है. हाँ हाँ.
s2 कैसे निकालेंगे? ये तो कांस्टेंट वेलोसिटी से है. सो speed equals to distance upon time. So s2 is just v t2, और t2 क्या है? t/2 है, तो ये हो जाएगा v t/2. अब इन सबको ऐड करेंगे. एवरेज स्पीड इक्वल्स टू हाफ v को भी मैं कॉमन ले लूंगा, तो ब्रैकेट में बचेगा t1 प्लस t3 प्लस t होल अपॉन t. t1 प्लस t3 को मैं t/2 लिख सकता हूँ. सो दिस विल बी हाफ v इंटू t/2 प्लस t हो जाएगा 3t/2 होल अपॉन t से t कटा, so that will come out to be 3v by 4. That is option B. किसी को डाउट है कुछ?
नो सर.
बेसिकली कैलकुलेशंस आपको मैनिपुलेट करना पड़ेगा, जो भी इक्वेशंस आपको आती है उन सबको यूज करके. ऑलराइट, let's move on to the next one. All right, the question is on your screen. You have 2 minutes to solve this one. क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आए तो बता देना। Yes, C is the right answer. Anyone else with any answer? Do you want some more time?
No, you can explain.
All right. See, there are two methods to solve this one. We'll first go with the general method, that is, see what the question is saying is particle starts moving from the position of rest. Let's assume the particle at rest, that is u equals to 0, under a constant acceleration. All right, it's moving in an constant acceleration a. It travels a distance x. Let's assume this distance x in the first 10 seconds and distance y the next 10 seconds. All right, the acceleration is same in both the cases. Then we have to find the relation between y and x. So यहाँ पे हमें क्या क्या क्वांटिटीज दिख रही है, डिस्टेंस है, टाइम है, एक्सेलरेशन है, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी है. We can use s equals to ut plus half at square. All right, so let's first take the first situation. That gives us x equals to u is 0, so half a into t square, that is 100. So that comes out to be x equals to 50a. Now, instead of taking only the second one, we usually take the complete situation. All right, so that helps us in taking u equals to 0 as well. So इसमें हम लगाएंगे तो क्या आएगा, s equals to ut, u 0 हो जाएगा, this half a t square में 400, that is 200a. x plus y equals to 200a, x 50a है तो y हो जाएगा 150a. अब यहाँ से क्लियरली दिख रहा है x 50a है, y 150a है, so y equals to 3x. So C is the right answer. Secondly, you can also remember a simple concept that when acceleration is given as constant, then in equal time intervals, the ratio of distance is always 1 is to 3 is to 5 and so on. तो यहाँ पे सेम इंटरवल दिया हुआ है, टाइम इंटरवल, तो इसलिए यहाँ से भी आप देख सकते हो कि 1:3 ही रहेगा रेशियो. ऑलराइट, सबको आगे समझ में?
हाँ सो
Shall we move on?
yeah.
All right. Next question is on your screen. The initial velocity of a body moving along a straight line is 7 meters per second. It has a uniform acceleration and the distance covered in a particular second is asked. Take your time to solve this one. Actually basic formula का ही question है ये. So if you know the formula, you can solve it very easily.
Is it D?
No. Yes, A is the right answer. Do you need more time?
So can you explain?
Sure. See, the distance covered in nth second, we have a very simple formula that is Sn equals to u plus a by 2 multiplied by 2n minus 1. Alright, so just substitute the values. U is given as 7,
So when they say
acceleration.
fifth second of the motion, we don't take T as 5 seconds.
No, we cannot take t as 5 seconds over here because it's only a fifth second of motion.
So fifth second is 5 seconds, right?
No, no, no. See, when they say fifth second, what it means is, see, consider this as a timeline. Alright, if it starts from 0, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are seconds. Alright. So when they say 5 seconds, so 5 seconds means from here to here. But when they say only fifth second means this is the first second, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, and this is the fifth second. Alright.
Hmm.
So only this duration of 1 second is to be taken into consideration.
Okay.
Alright, did you understand the difference?
Hmm.
So, in fact, you can also use a very generalized method that is first calculate for the complete 5 seconds, then subtract 4 seconds from it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so that can also be done. In fact, this formula comes from that way only. So you can just memorize this formula so that will be helpful for you in future as well. So, moving on, we have 10 minus 1 that gives us 2 into 9, that is 7 plus 18, that is 25. That is the A option. Alright, is this clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Alright. In this question, try to find relation between initial velocity and the distance. So with that relation, this question can be done much easily.
Is it D?
Yes, that's the right answer. Does anyone else need more time to solve, or shall we continue with the solution? All right, let's wait for one more minute. All right, let's have a look at the solution. See what the question is saying. That saying is a motor car can be stopped within a distance of s. So suppose we have a car with some initial velocity as v, and at a distance of s it comes to rest. That means its final velocity is zero with some acceleration. See, the acceleration is supposed to be constant in this case. Now in a second situation, the car is again moving with the same uh, sorry, the acceleration is same, but the initial velocity has been changed to 4v. Alright, so we have to find the new distance s dash for which the car comes down to rest. So how are we going to proceed this? See, there is one simple way of doing this. That is, we first find the relation. That is, we know v square equals to u square plus 2as. V is 0, so 0 equals to u square plus 2as. U square equals to minus 2as. A is constant, 2 is constant, so we can say u square is directly proportional to s, or s is directly proportional to u square. So if the u is changed to 4 times, so s will increase by 16 times. So it will become 16s. राइट, ये आया सबको समझ में?
Yeah.
In a second or generalized method, what you could have done is acceleration पहले calculate कर लेते, फिर उसको substitute कर लेते second situation में.
हाँ वो v square is equal to u square plus 2s करके you once you substitute by u square
हाँ
or next time you do it by 4u square.
हाँ exactly. All right, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
This is a slightly tricky question, so do this one a bit more carefully.
When they say x direction, do they mean horizontal or just x?
Just you can consider horizontal, it doesn't matter much. Anyone with any answer? Yes, C is the right answer. All right, I'll give you some hints. See, a particle is moving in positive x direction with initial velocity of 10 meter per second. That means suppose the particle has started from some point, suppose this, and is moving in the positive x direction with some initial velocity u equals to 10 and uniform retardation, that is it has some minus a suppose, such that it reaches the initial position after 10 seconds. That means time t equals to 10 and the position has been the initial position पे वो वापस से आ गया, so s becomes 0 because s is a displacement. तो 6 सेकेंड्स के लिए हम बेसिकली a निकाल के फिर वापस इक्वेशन यूज करके अगर निकालें तो उसमें एक मिस्टेक हो जाएगी हमसे. व्हाट इज द मिस्टेक? सी हमें डिस्टेंस पूछा है यहाँ पे, नॉट द डिस्प्लेसमेंट. सो how will it change? See, the particle first covers some distance and its velocity becomes 0 and then it turns back. Alright, so we first have to find out कि किस time frame पे ये velocity 0 इसकी हो रही है. So how are we going to find that? U equals to 10, कुछ retardation है इसका. So first we find the retardation, that is S equals to U into T minus half A to T square. So A comes out to be 2 over here. Now we substitute this A to find this. We can use V equals to U plus AT. Alright, so 0 equals to 10 minus 2t, t comes out to be 5. So after 5 seconds, the particle turns back. So we want the distance traversed in 6 seconds. So first we have to find for 5 seconds and then for some 1 second extra. Alright, so what is the distance traveled in 5 seconds? S equals to U into T minus half A into T square. 50 minus 25, that is 25 meters for the first 5 seconds. Now when it turns back, S equals to U becomes 0 because it has started from rest. S equals to UT and then half A T square. So that comes out to be 1 meter. So total 25 plus 1, that becomes 26. So C is the right answer. Alright, did everyone understand this?
Yeah.
स्पीड अगर थोड़ी ज़्यादा लग रही हो तो बता देना. And if solution नहीं समझ आए, so we can also try to understand it again. किसी को डाउट है?
No, sir.
All right, let's move on to the next question. क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया सबको?
हाँ सर।
All right, take your time.
Sir, I'm getting an answer which is not there in the option.
All right, no problem. क्या अप्रोच थी आपकी?
So I did S is equal to 900, which is basically 15 into 60 plus minus 0.3 upon 2 into 3600. सिंप्लीफाई करोगे उसको तो 900 minus 520 मिलेगा, which is 380. Now as they said distance from the traffic light,
नो नो
तो
नो, आपने शायद कहीं कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक करी है. 900 माइनस के आगे उसको आप चेक करो. And in fact, there is a tricky thing to keep in mind in this question. I'll tell you that. After that, you can try again. See, this is a real life, a real world problem. So you have to take care of
540
other
by
conditions
520.
as well. All right, like कार 1 मिनट के पहले ही रुक जाएगी. So it will not go back again. Okay. So we first have to find out कि
Is
कार
the
कहीं एक
answer
मिनट
D?
के पहले रुक नहीं जाती. Yes, what?
Is the answer D?
डी. डी वही, अगर आप 1 मिनट का टाइम अगर पूरा कंसिडर कर लेते हैं तो डी आ जाएगा आंसर. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज द कार स्टॉप्स बिफोर 1 मिनट. तो आप पहले निकालेंगे कि कार कितनी देर में जीरो पे आ जाती है. So how are you going to find that? U is given as 15 and a retardation A is given as minus
Now, how
0.3.
do you know the car will stop before 1 minute?
सी वो अपन को ट्राई करना पड़ेगा, लाइक पहले हमें टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा कि वो जीरो पे कितनी देर में आ रहा है.
Okay.
ऑलराइट, सो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर फाइंडिंग आउट राइट नाउ. और v इक्वल्स टू जीरो अगर लेते हैं तो टाइम कैसे निकालेंगे? v इक्वल्स टू u प्लस 80 से. दैट इज 0 इक्वल्स टू u minus 0.3 into t. 15 equals to 0.3 into t. That is 50 seconds. तो यहाँ से हमें पता चलता है कि कार 60 सेकेंड्स के पहले ही रुक जाती है. तो हमें अगर डिस्टेंस निकालनी है व्हीकल की ट्रैफिक लाइट से तो हम सिर्फ 50 सेकेंड्स को ही कंसिडर करके निकालेंगे. तो आपने जो इक्वेशन यूज करी थी एस इक्वल्स टू यू टी प्लस हाफ ए टी स्क्वायर वाली, उसमें टी आपने 60 पुट कर दिया था, 60 की जगह हम पुट करेंगे ओनली 50.
Okay.
ओके, ट्राई करो फिर बताओ क्या आंसर आ रहा है.
A.
यस, दैट्स द राइट आंसर. t equals to 50 लेंगे, so and then we'll solve it. S equals to ut minus half a into t square, that is 2500. This comes out to be 750 minus 375, that is 375. And हमें ट्रैफिक लाइट से डिस्टेंस निकालनी, so we'll subtract it by 400. That comes out to be 25 meters. So yes, A is the right answer. Alright, किसी को कोई डाउट है इसमें?
No, sir.
No one? Alright, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Anyone with any answer? या फिर किसी को क्वेश्चन में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है क्वेश्चन समझने में?
No, sir. Question समझ आ गया.
Alright. You can try to do this using relative motion.
जो हमें स्पीड मिलेगा फॉर्मूला से उसमें से बेसिकली -10 करना है बिकॉज बस का भी वेलोसिटी +10 करना है हमें.
प्लस नहीं सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे लाइक कंसिडर सम वेलोसिटी u फॉर द motorist and then take u minus 10. आया समझ में और shall I tell the solution?
तो हाँ आ गया, बस सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ.
Okay.
Is it B?
Which one?
B.
Yes, D is the right answer. All right, does anyone else need more time? All right, let's proceed with the solution. See, a bus is moving with a velocity 10 meter per second on a straight road. Suppose this is the bus and it is moving with some velocity v equals to 10, and there's a motorist wishes to overtake the bus in 100 seconds. Alright, t is given as 100. It is at a distance of 1 kilometer, that is 1000. With what velocity should the motorist chase the bus? Let's assume it to be u, and there is no acceleration in both of them. So we can simply use the concept of relative velocity. Alright, so we can consider the bus at rest, so the velocity will become u minus 10. So u minus 10, with this velocity the motorist has to cover 1000 meters in 100 seconds. So speed equals to distance upon time, so u comes out to be 20. या फिर इसको जनरल मेथड से भी कर सकते हैं, वो लेंथी होगा थोड़ा, सो लेट्स जस्ट स्किप दैट. Alright, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Alright. इस क्वेश्चन को भी रिलेटिव से कर सकते हो. Yes, C is the right answer.
Yeah, even I got C.
सी, इसको अगर रिलेटिव से करते हैं, सो देयर आर टू बॉडीज Right, one is having initial velocity as 0 because it is dropped. The acceleration is gravity, and the second one it has given initial velocity of 1 and acceleration is gravity. So it's asking me the separation between these is 1.8 meter after a time. That means after some fixed time t for both of them. Suppose this is S2 and this covers S1 in that particular time. So it's asking me what will be if the S2 minus S1 is 1.8. Find out the time. Alright, so we can also go by the generalized method, finding out S1 and S2 for both of them and then subtracting. But we can just use a relative motion in which we can consider one body and initial velocity will become 1 minus 0, that is 1. Acceleration becomes g minus g, that is 0. So it is just with constant velocity. And this body has to cover 1.8 meters. So speed equals to distance upon time. So time comes out to be 1.8 seconds. So that is option C. Alright, आ गया सबको समझ में?
हाँ सर.
Okay, let's take the last question for the session. Yes, B is the right answer. Anyone else? क्वेश्चन सबको समझ आ गया ना?
हाँ सर.
Alright, take your time. Just remember the question is asking distance and not displacement.
Yeah.
Shall we proceed with the solution?
Yeah, so
Alright, a particle is projected vertically upward with the speed of 100 meters per second. So let's just assume this is a particle. It has been thrown up with a speed of u equals to 100. Now it goes up, reaches some height where its velocity becomes zero, and then it returns back. Alright, so the distance traveled by the particle in first 15 seconds is the first we have to find in how much time it reaches this point. So how do we find that? V equals to u plus at. Acceleration is minus g because it's opposite to the direction of motion.
it's
So
two
v
to five.
equals, yes,
It's 2 to 5, right? The first half of the path.
the first is no. See, v equals to u minus g can be taken as 10 into t. So 100 equals to 10t and t equals to 10. So it reaches its height in 10 seconds. All right. So first we have to find how much distance is this for the 10 seconds, and then we'll find for another 5 seconds. All right. So what's the distance for 10 seconds? That is s equals to ut minus half 10 into t square. So that is 1000 minus 500, that is 500 meters. This is for the first half, then it comes down. So that in that case its initial velocity becomes 0, time is 5 and acceleration is 10. So s equals to ut becomes 0 and half a t square, that is 125 meters. So total becomes 500 plus 125, that is 625. So B is the answer. आ गया सबको समझ में? Shall I explain again?
No, sir.
Everyone? Alright, thank you for joining. That's all for today. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, sir.